Oh, am I too close? Sorry. So, welcome to Tales Tomorrow. I am Morrow, your storyteller for today, and with me we have some more RPG horror stories. I've told before that I have my Russian roots. I was originally born in Russia, not Morrow, the person behind Morrow, and then I moved to the States, and ever since then I've been here. But I'm wondering, if I were to stick in Russia, would I have an alter ego of myself? Not Morrow, but maybe Morovsky, and I speak about RPG horror stories together, and I like to drink kvass and vodka. Actually, I kind of like vodka, it's pretty nice. But anyway, Morovsky is gonna take you over to some more RPG horror stories for today. I sound like a vampire. I'm a vampire. Let's get some RPG horror stories for today. DM wants to control my character, constantly tries to single me out. Hey RPG horror stories, my DM wants to control my character for no reason. Oh silly OP, there's always a reason. Probably just a really weird, sick, twisted one. Or a fetish one. Could be any of those, honestly, but there's always a reason. Some context. We're currently nearing the end of our custom Rise of Tiamat campaign that we've been playing for a few years now. It's a lot of fun, but I have some gripes. Since the beginning, the DM has targeted me. All enemy attacks hit above my high AC. Every time. The other players encourage the DM's behavior. They say things like, "You're the tank." Well, how come they never want to be the tank? Even though my character cannot swim because he has little strength and wears heavy armor, he's been trying to make me fall into water or force me to swim since level 3. He wants to drown my character. I'm a pretty happy-go-lucky kind of guy, but he keeps making my character's backstory tragic and traumatic. He uses concepts like child abuse, torture, genetic alterations, unplanned parenthood, and religious radicalism as story beats for my character. Why can't my character just be happy? He has removed all of my character's friends from the game. Every time my character makes a connection with a PC or NPC, they have to turn to religious nutjobs worshipping him, the character retires from adventuring, or is murdered. The only real friends my character has left is an elf, and probably a femboy. 2 sessions ago, in a blatant attempt to destroy my character, he tricked me into fighting a dragon in a duel. Easy fight, get good dragon scrub. If you build your character as a tank and your DM constantly hits above your AC level, even though the AC level is pretty high, that's definitely something suspicious. And for anybody that wants to defend the DM saying, well, sometimes the AC is too high, how is the DM supposed to do the thing? Saving throws. Tanks may have high armor, but saving throws don't care about AC. So if you are a DM and you have a player with an insanely high AC and they're playing as a tank character, saving throws. That's the way to do it, to try to keep it balanced. Trying to drown somebody with water every single time at every opportunity, that sucks too. Trying to ham-fist trauma into your character's backstory, that's even worse. First of all, it's your character. If your DM tries to ham-fist some sort of trauma into the player backstory, into your character's backstory, you tell him no, it doesn't happen. You choose the backstory. It's not up to the DM to decide your character's backstory. It's up to you to decide how much trauma or no trauma you want to have in your backstory. That's a massive red flag if the DM is just writing in trauma into your backstory without your consent. And also the whole thing about friends, why can't you have friends? Honestly, ask yourself, is this DM even worth playing with? Because every single time, every one of these points you pointed out shows me that you probably shouldn't be associating with this person. They have some sort of vendetta against you or your character or something. You probably just shouldn't play with them. They suck as a DM if they're targeting you. The latest and worst issue is that we're in a femboy elf's backstory arc now and are chasing down the god he sims for, probably in an attempt to either retire or kill my character's last friend. He already cast Disintegrate on the elf, so that proves his intention. At the end of the session, he announced that I would have no control over my character at the beginning of the next session. No saving throws, no intervention of any sort. I built my character to withstand these things. He's a paladin with a minimum of +5 on all his saving throws. He has Eldritch Mind. He deserves better. I mean, if that's the case, then yeah, it sounds like the DM sucks, dude. You just shouldn't play with this DM. The worst part is that he makes memes about it. All the other PCs think that's fine. They will laugh. No one comes to my defense. What do I do, Reddit? How do you get my DM to treat my character now with respect? Okay, well, the number one first thing to do is talk to your DM like person to person. Just straight up tell them that you're not happy with how things are going. You don't like these examples of targeting or constantly being put in a terrible situation like being drowned, or having to duel dragons, or having all your friends die, or being shoved trauma into your character's backstory for no apparent reason, and you would like to ask the DM to stop. If that doesn't stop, or the DM does not acquiesce and doesn't understand where you're coming from, even after you try to use words, simply leave. This is not worth it. If the DM does not listen to your words after you voice to them your concerns and your issues, then they're definitely not worth spending time playing any sort of games with. Your time will be way better off doing anything in the world, looking for a different group, laying about doing something else, playing video games, doing your taxes even. Doing taxes sounds like more fun than dealing with the DM that's constantly trying to target you. If the DM does not listen to your initial concern in the slightest, you cut them out of your life. And don't play with them, because it's not worth it for you. What's the fun in trying to continue with this sort of charade if the DM is going to constantly try to pin for your character's failure, even disallowing you to control your character in the beginning of the session for no apparent reason? This sounds frustrating. This sounds annoying. I try to have a chat with the DM, but if nothing works out of it, just tell the DM, okay, I'm just not going to play anymore. Bye-bye. And just leave the call and just do something else. Simple as that. D&D player threatens to shoot the DM. That's a strong one. You gotta spoil the story there, but you know what? Let's read on. Oh boy, this situation is insane. Just happened last week, but this campaign has been going for a couple of months now. I'm going to more or less use people's character class to identify them in and out of game for the purposes of this post. The a-hole here was an acquaintance of our friend. Our friend was playing a bard. She invited him after meeting him on another server. He rolled up a paladin. I was playing a druid. The other players are relatively irrelevant to this story. So we are playing a campaign set in Waterdeep, but crawling with zombies. It's kind of an urban mystery, eldritch horror type campaign. Very fun. That guy obviously had a crush on the friend that invited him and would clumsily flirt with her character, to no avail. In fact, she ended up dating DM IRL. They didn't have any romantic or sexy scenes in game though, since her bard's backstory wouldn't allow it. Bard's character was married. This did not make that guy, Paladin, feel any better. Once he found out that they were dating, he not only threw a fit and said that she was leading me on like every other female does to good men, and he started actively sabotaging the campaign by killing important plot-relevant characters, abusing NPCs, destroying critical magic items, PvP for no reason, and doing stupid crap to intentionally get the party killed. Luckily, he failed. It got so bad we had to temporarily ban him twice. Should've went from that temporary ban and turned into a permanent ban. Christ, this sounds like a disaster of a person. You had a crush on somebody, they're already dating somebody. If you feel like you've been let on by somebody, you are allowed to feel hurt by being let on. But don't turn to complete piss baby about it. That's just weird. After he came back from his second ban, he was warned that if he crosses the line again, he was going to be perma-banned from the server. He accepted these terms with contempt in his voice. I honestly could tell this was gonna blow up. I haven't told DM this, but he had a strict 3 strikes policy in each of his campaigns, which, to be fair, he swore by the policy for as long as we've been playing with him. Even with a 3-strike policy, even if you're being very, very lenient, there are moments we gotta really realize that this guy does not want to play. He doesn't want to participate in the party, he just wants to ruin it and bring it down. What's the point of giving him a 3-strike policy? What's the point of extending this sort of thing? Some people just want to watch the world burn, Master Bruce. And this guy just wants to watch the game burn because he feels butthurt that he doesn't get privilege rights to the one female in the game. But like, the guy is just being a piss baby about this whole thing. And he doesn't want to play. He just wants to ruin the game because he thinks ruining the game is gonna ruin it for her and for the DM, because screw the DM, he stole my woman. Probably. I don't know what the guy is thinking. I can use magic to read minds, but I can't understand incel behavior, and this seems very incel behavior. I'm getting some very hard incel vibes from the paladin. I don't know why, I'm just getting the vibe of it. I feel like he's gonna go full incel by the end of this. But of course, that guy didn't waste any time after rolling up his Chad Bugbear Barbarian to establish himself as another murder hobo and claimed the typical, "It's what my character would do." He did attempt once again to seduce Bard, claiming that he was no longer a beta and she should not resist. Oh my god. Never mind, he's not an incel. He went into the whole like alpha wolf mentality. God, that is so cringe. Oh, she should not resist too. Oh, fuck. That is such thick, potent layer of cringe. It makes me laugh because of how absurd it is, but God, is it nasty. Well, after telling her she needs a real man inside of her. Jesus Christ. Bart once again rejected him, to which he then demanded to roll seduction. The DM told him the player character don't have the abide by seduction roll, even if it's a nat 20. That guy then blew up and said, "Of course you would say that, you're screwing her." DM then said, "I said no because players get to decide what they do with their characters, especially in regards to sex. Now cool it before I permaban you." This is why I said you should have permaban the guy. He doesn't care, he just wants to ruin your game, and he just wants to take another shot at the female in the game. Maybe Valentine's Day is around the corner and everybody's thinking about that, or wants to really get some D&D puss. I gotta be honest, I really don't get what some of these guys. I don't know what's going on. Why do some guys treat D&D as a big dating sim? Man, I just want to play some D&D, get some D&D puss. You know what I mean? It's really depressing, honestly. What's wrong with these guys? He then backed off until night came, and the barbarian, that guy, said, "I sneak into Bart's tent to flip the bitch face up while I whip out my dick and then he gets banned. After a few minutes of us being like, what the hell was that guy's problem? And the DM apologizes to the Bart for not banning him sooner, and Bart telling DM it's okay, we see a random Discord account that was obviously just created, and we immediately recognize the voice of that guy. He starts trying to deny what he was planning to do in the game, but DM and Bart's player call BS, so he goes into a rage and calls her a whore, and calls the DM a manipulative scumbag who is twisting her mind and a bunch of other weird crap, until the DM yells, "Enough! Let me make this very clear to you. You're banned. Period. Come back again and I'll report you to Discord admins. Are we clear?" And then he banned him. Good! Finally you got rid of him. Also, I don't know how you can even explain what you're about to do. You sneak into someone's tent, RP style, and then you flip them face up. Whip out your wee-wee. What? To play patty cake and talked about recent politics, you just need your wee-wee to breathe a little? What was the point of it? How are you going to explain that? You know what? The logic of this guy is paramount. It's incredible. Just 10 out of 10, giga brain, giga chat thinking. And this is where things get worse. We're all still just shocked and talking about what just happened, and then start to calm down and talk about other things to kind of try to end the session on a lighter note. But of course, this a-hole comes back without saying a word. Post an AI generated picture of him shooting DM in the head. Oh my god, this guy is an absolute freaking moron. He's just getting it worse. He's just making it worse for himself. Dude, seriously, why would you do something like that? Not only can you really actually get your Discord account banned this way from just Discord in general, but like that is also kind of a threat, really. I'm pretty sure potentially this could also be held liable as like a form of threatening. You are showing a depiction of yourself shooting somebody and causing harm to somebody. Pretty sure to some people it can actually be liable. Is it liable? I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure somebody can just save the picture and use it for evidence if somebody wants to show it. Screen grab the thing, make sure that their account name and everything is shown right there on Discord. Screen grab the threat and keep it as a, I don't know, as a safety card or something. I don't know. Bart's player said, "What the hell?" as that guy just hopped back into voice chat and said, "Screw around and find out," before DM banned him again, and then told us he was going to report him to the Discord admins. Will then just decided to hop off Discord. There was no salvaging this. We were disturbed, and rightfully so. We'll block him on literally every social media platform, and now we kind of taking a break from D&D. Just no fun realizing that there's a good chance that we play, this a-hole could just create another burner account to harass and or threaten us. Right, well, I mean, if you guys do want to come back, first thing to do is change the Discord invite link. Make sure that all the other links are expired, completely canceled out, and keep it very private on like one-to-one basis. Second of all, knowing who you're inviting. I mean, obviously, maybe they seem nice out of game, but whatever reason, whatever have you, they just became this monstrosity when it came to TTRPGs. I don't know why. It's like a common thing that sometimes happens in TTRPGs where DMs and players just have the worst characteristics just be brought out for whatever reason. They're terrible amalgamations that keep inside themselves just spew out, and they say some horrible things and do terrible things. I don't know why that's a thing, but I'm just gonna boil it down to the guy was just so butthurt that he couldn't get the girl that he just decided to just screw everything over. At the end of the day, you shouldn't be treating D&D or any TTRPGs as a dating simulator. And yeah, it's fine to have feelings, and it's fine to have your feelings hurt, like if you felt like you've been let on, but you can't just be a piss baby about it. The story doesn't even have like incel energy. It has side psychopath energy. I mean, to go back to the Discord server and post like the AI picture of yourself fictionally shooting the DM in the head, that's genuinely fucking weird, dude. That is so fucking weird. But you know what's kind of funny too? The guy thought he was really being a hard ass by generating an AI picture and posting it in Discord, and then joining in is like, fuck around, find out. The least threatening person out there, just throwing such a piss fit everywhere. Good lord. But make sure to cancel out all the invite links, and if it still doesn't work, you know what you can do? Start a new Discord. That's it. Simple as that. Start a brand new clean slate without any sort of weird piss baby energy. And with that, that's gonna be all our stories for today. I want to thank you very much for watching, and thanks so much for being here. If you like what I do, consider subscribing to the channel and leaving a like. Also, if the RPG Horror Stories ever goes down, or if you want to submit your own personalized horror story, email is down in the description below. I'll see you again in more Tales tomorrow. Bye-bye.